So it is a Sunday morning and we're going on a little bit different type of a rescue mission this morning. So no wreckers today. We're taking the rollback because we've got a paving machine that sounds like it snapped one of the drive spindles that drives the tracks, and now it's completely locked up on that side at least. Luckily it sounds like they got all the asphalt out of the thing, and now it's sitting there waiting for us to figure out how we're going to get it off the job site and back to their shop so they can start some repair. So it's a steel tracked paving machine. So my thought is it should slide pretty nicely on a steel deck. So we're going to take the rollback out, try to winch the thing up, and the tricky part will be figuring out how to get it back off the deck, because on the back of a paver is the screed, and if you know anything about pavers, you know the screed is not something you can hook onto and pull from. So we're going to head over there and see exactly what the situation is and what we can do to get them out of it. The windshield on this thing is dusty. Actually oh, that was a mistake. The whole truck is dusty, but I washed one part, then I gotta wash the rest of it. I don't really have time to do that, so we're gonna call that good enough. I've actually been using this truck a decent bit here lately, just doing normal towing and hauling stuff, and it's been, I know a lot of you aren't gonna like to hear this, but it's been really nice to just go to work and not worry about filming and having to do videos and then having videos to edit when you get done. Just normal daily go to work has actually been a nice vacation from the job of YouTube. That was kind of the mistake I made with YouTube, is I made my YouTube channel about my job, which means I still have to do my actual job in addition to the YouTube channel job. It's just made a lot more work. But this one we get to film, so we're gonna head out and go have some fun with it. All right, we are just getting into the town of Alfalfa, and now we are just leaving the town of Alfalfa. Next up is Prineville, which is where our paver is sitting, and then we're hauling it to either Bend or Redmond, and I don't know which one because they did this thing where they told me, and then I did this thing where I forgot. So that is to be determined once we get there and figure out where they want it to go. So next up, Prineville. So in here, that there, broken drive shaft. So this track is locked up. He's gonna move the skid steer out of the way. We're gonna try to turn this around, and then I can get right here and drag it up on the truck. Cool thing is they still managed to get the whole job finished somehow. That works. See how close I got. That'll work. How full was the hopper when it broke?
Completely full.
That's when a paver will always break down, as soon as you dump the truck into it.
Just loaded it.
Oh, I forgot I made a mess in here. I towed a car and had to use my, an EV actually, a little electric car. And I had to use my 8-point axle straps, or wheel straps, whatever the hell you want to call them. And I got frustrated putting them away, and I just did this. I figured I'd deal with it later. Problem is now it's later. turnaround. That's the broken side. So let's see how this goes. See how the screed all the way up?
Yeah.
Okay. This is the broken side. Of course, the broken side is on the downhill. I kind of want to go over there, back the other side of the road where I was, where I'm sloped that way a little, and then winch that last little bit forward so it centers back up.
Yeah.
So I think I'll just move over there and back up where I was on that kind of slope, and then winch it another couple feet farther forward. Hopefully it centers up some, and then we'll tie it down.
Yeah, really, I think we'll be able to slide it off pretty easy.
I think it's going to come off much easier than we thought it was going to.
Yeah.
And now that we said that though, that's our problem. We just screwed ourselves. Okay, I'm gonna go over there and get on that slope. Put our suspension back up. Okay. So that's going back that way. I'll just put it right on top of the drive axles. Shoot, we'll call that good. Now he's gonna set the screed down, shut it off, and I'll tie it down. All right, good to go. Okay, that loaded up way too easy, which means it's probably gonna fight us coming off, because nothing can just be easy all the way around. So I'm gonna pull over here in this parking lot, get turned around. So the one track did drive, but I pulled it up with both of them locked up because I had the power to do so, and if you had the power to do so with both tracks sitting still, it's going to pull evenly. If we drove the one, then the other side, it's obviously going to try to turn the machine because we have more resistance on one side than the other. If I did not have the power to just straight drag the thing on there like this thing does, this is a 25,000 pound winch on this truck, and we had to use the machine to help, I would have probably only hooked the winch to the dead side, and then walked the good side with the track, and then you have to fight tracking so much and pulling so much to keep it straight, whereas you just leave both sides locked up and just drag the thing, then your only factor is any slope in the road, which we just fixed by going to the other side of the road. So they're gonna get loaded up too. We're gonna head over to the drop-off and see how that goes. Okay, we're on the way to the drop-off, but I had to stop and get some lunch. I'm starving. So also I'm using the obviously 360 camera on the dash there, and then I have the new Insta 360 microphone here. So I don't know how this sounds because I haven't watched this yet, but we will see. And in my videos, a lot of people say I should wear a lab mic like this for the recovery videos and stuff, so they'll be able to hear me, and that's exactly the problem and why I don't. You'd be able to hear me and nothing else, because when they're working and doing everything correctly, they isolate the voice, you know, because it's right here, and they get rid of all the exterior sounds so that you can hear the person talking. But I've done it, and it sounds so freaking unnatural and weird when there's this whole recovery scene of vehicles running and stuff going on and parts moving and other people talking, and all you hear is my voice with nothing else the whole time. Super weird. Yes, you could have two where the person being recovered has one, but still, without the actual natural sounds that are happening, it makes the video really weird. And yeah, I know you could have like an external recorder that those are going to, and then the camera's still picking up its stuff, and then you can sync it all up in the edit and do all this hocus pocus. And number one problem, I don't know how to do all that stuff. I am not literate enough in editing computer to do that. I'm trying to figure it out, but two, I don't have the time to do that. I edit my videos very quickly compared to how long it takes most people to edit, and that's the only reason I'm still able to do it myself, like time-wise. So it adds, like, it doubles the length of time it would take to edit a video, and I don't have that. So I think it's better off just, yeah, sometimes it's hard to hear me talking, and if you were there in real life on the scene, it'd be hard to hear me talking because there's something noisy happening. So that's more realistic of how it actually is on a recovery, and I think that's more realistic of how it actually is on a recovery. Is it's not quiet, it's not clear audio all the time, like it's noisy, it's loud, things are happening, and that's how they really go. So I kind of feel like that's the better way to do it. But in the truck here, the camera sitting on the dash has the vents for the AC blowing right on it, and it's sitting right on top of the engine, and I'm over here. So like, I think here this audio makes sense, but on a recovery, I don't think lab mics make sense. That was a long rant about audio, especially for someone who's so terrible at audio. We're gonna give it a little help. It almost wants to slide down. close to just wanting to go. Okay, I didn't hit the record button, but we got it to slide to the back with a little bit of help from the skid steer, so now I should be able to just there it is. Now we can set this back down and we got it. So we made it back home, all done with that one. Rollback did great. I've used this truck more, well, I guess we're halfway through this year. I've used this truck more in probably the first 2 months of this year than I did all of last year combined, and here recently I used it quite a bit too. It's been doing awesome. This truck makes the weird and like oddball stuff really easy, and I wish there was enough weird and oddball stuff that it made sense just to put someone in it full time and have it stay and go to work. But I guess if there was that much weird and oddball stuff, it wouldn't be weird and oddball, it'd just be stuff. Either way, rollback did great. Got that done. I think they said it was 11,000 pounds, what the spec sheet says for that paver. They just pulled it right up there, no issue. Getting it off is no problem at all, other than me forgetting to hit the record button on my phone. The one part we pushed it there, but it slid right down. Made it nice and easy, so all good. Job done. Quick and easy one on a nice Sunday morning. That's it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. There was something else I was going to tell you, but I can't remember what it was, so I'm not going to. See you next time.